boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So welcome to Yakuza Kiwami 2, which is a remake of the second Yakuza available for PS4 and also PC. It was released for quite some time ago, but recently today I received a comment from one of the users requesting to test Yakuza Kiwami 2 on the Intel HD 620 because he tried the previous games available on the PC and they did run fine. Although I decided to take the test because the first games that were available on the PC was running on Dragon Engine on its first versions, which are much less demanding than what it is available on Kiwami 2, which is a big refinement of the Dragon Engine, and so it is way more difficult to run than the other Yakuzas. So I'm running the game with 720p with the low settings. Aside that, I decided to reduce the render scale from 75% to 50%. And I've decided to raise the texture quality to high because the texture quality on low and medium, it looks really bad. And honestly, it doesn't consume too much frame rate or any frame rate at all if you decide to use the texture quality on high, and it still fits inside if you only have 8 GB of RAM. So looking to the requirements, you can clearly see that these guys really are saying that this game demands much more than the others, because for example they do say that with the Radeon HD 7870 or a GTX 660 what you will get, it is a 1080p with 75% of resolution scaling, having 30 frames per second, and that's about it. So I decided to take the test with the same settings, with 75% of resolution scaling with 720p using the low settings. And well, I got an average below 30 frames per second, which was an average of 26 with a 1% low of 20. So reducing the resolution scaling to 50%, I got a big boost in the average. So I got an average of 34, which is way more playable though, but still the 1% low, it was 23. So the culprit of this performance, it is the streets. The streets are very demanding, and it is quite often that I saw frame rates under 30 frames per second, if not even lower than 25, because the streets are full of neon lights, shops out there, characters, a lot of wet floors, so everything does really require a lot from the hardware. And obviously the Intel HD 620, it is not really a big hardware to deal with all this kind of stuff. Although as soon as you jump into inside scenarios, instead of being outdoors, if you're going to play indoors, for example, in some of the fights, the performance will be so much better that it isn't really comparable. That's why I decided to just try the outdoors, because it is probably the moments where we will be traversing the map from point A to point B, and also there are some fights there that takes place in the outdoors, so it makes sense to test the outdoors since it's the most demanding place which you can play Yakuza Kiwami 2. So to answer pretty much the question, yes, you can run Yakuza Kiwami 2, and yes, consoles do struggle a lot too with this game. So it's quite often that even on the PS4 you see frame rates under 30 frames per second on this game. So the fact that this game it is so demanding, it isn't really something new to me, and possibly for many other players out there. It's just shocking because if you were playing like Yakuza 0 or Yakuza Kiwami, you will notice that those games perform just so much better than Kiwami 2, but that's not really a bad port. That's really the evolution of the engine and the way that the graphics are made in Yakuza Kiwami 2, which are so much better comparing to the other titles. Alright. So I really hope this answers the questions from the users that were in doubt if the Intel HD 620 could run the game. Don't forget to have a dual channel configuration on your RAM, and that's about it. You are free to get the same performance that I do have in here. So guys, again, that's all that I want to talk about Yakuza Kiwami 2. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the gameplay, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
何？ああ！何？いや。久しぶりだな。話がある。
おお、兄貴に気安く話しかけんな。
兄貴？
失礼だろうが。あっちへ行ってな。
俺はこいつに話があるんだ。
兄貴に向かってこいつだと？
お前らに用はねえんだ。少しの間席を外してくれ。
ふざけるな！席外すのはおめえの方だろうが。
ここじゃ店に迷惑がかかる。表いてろ。お前らみたいな奴がまだこの町にいたとは
な。何が言いて？
身の程知らずってことだ。
言うじゃねえか。でもその口すぐに聞けなくしてやるぜ。やれ！
すぐ倒れんじゃねえぞ。
負けじゃね
お前らに恨みはねえんだ。これ以上怪我させたくねえ。
うるせえ。
そんなもんちらつかせたら遊びじゃ済まねえぞ。
やめろ。
兄貴。
お前らがかなう相手じゃねえ。
しかしこいつは。
店に戻ってろ。言う通りにしろ。
はい。
しつけがなってねえな。
奴ら射程じゃねえ。兄貴兄貴と言って勝手についてくる連中だ。
相変わらず若い奴からの人望はあるんだな。
もう他人とつるむのはごめんだ。
登場会に戻ってくれ。お前が必要だ。
俺にとっちゃ必要のねえ場所だ。ほっといてくれ。
話は姉さんから聞いた。
そうか。ならなおさらだ。ほっといてくれ。
そうはいかない。今は組の存亡がかかってる。
登場会がどうなろうと俺には関係ね
お前は登場会に恩があるはずだ。今のお前があるのは組と堂島組長がいたからだろう。
あんたにそんなこと言われる義理はねえ。俺はな、桐生さん、あんただけは信用していたんだ。憧れの存在だった。けど今は違う。親父が殺されてから徐々に組はおかしくなった。今はもう体張るだけの価値はあの組に残っちゃいない。
よくわかってるじゃねえか。
あ
お前の言う通り今の登場会にそんな価値はねえ。幹部連中も金勘定ばかりして昔の意向はなくなった。でもな、俺はまだ信じてんだ。
何をだ。
風間のおやっさんや島野、そしてお前のおやっさんがいた頃の強い登場会をもう一度あの頃の登場会に戻るにはお前が必要なんだ。
勝手なこと言いやがった。1年前組をめちゃくちゃにしたのはあんただろうが。
そうだ。だから俺はその責任を取りに来た。
何しやがる。
どうだ、少しは目が覚めたか。
変わんねえな。昔っから力ずくでことを動かそうとする。
そうした生き方しかできなかったからな。
俺も同じだ。力で来る者には力で向かっていくだけだ。
やるな。